immediate astral pulse takes out 2 of them that are attacking. Okay, that's good. And then we can hidden cache here, and then we've still got some extra energy, so we could start the sword up, or we could draw some cards. You have anything that's like a 0 cost? I have Falling Star, that would be 7. That just isn't enough for lethal. So we'll start up the sword on the Twiggy guy, and then I guess we're not getting hit, so we'll just lethal the Twiggy guy, and then we'll cycle the bombardment. It was a good top deck. Get slimed a couple times. Hi, I'm Alch, and today we're playing more Slay the Spire 2, still in early access. Alright, let's jump into another standard run here. We did get the Regent unlocked, and I do want to try out the Regent. Heir to the Throne of Stars, wields cosmic powers, but his minions do the work. It's this little guy in a chair, he doesn't even have any feet. How's he gonna walk around if he doesn't have any feet? Oh. He's got little constellations. Okay, let's see how this works out. Oversized blue creature, I am the future king. And we'll see me again. We can remove a card, we can get an unplayable Eternal Curse for 333 gold, or you can transform a card. So strikes, defends. Oh, costs. Okay. That's like an additional cost that you can gain like that. Okay. Interesting. And then you start with 3. So 7 damage, 1 weak, 1 vulnerable. That's pretty fun. Let's transform a strike. And it becomes a hidden cache, which is a lot of those blue things. What does that do? Gain 1, get even more the next turn. Okay, so it's a setup card. Lots of events on this path, but those events make you miss the elite. We could get 2 elites over here. Yeah, let's do this left-hand side, and we'll grab the 2 events and skip out the shop. There, so we'll take this path. Twiggy slime. Okay, so they're coming at me for 7. I can hit 1 for 7, that doesn't knock. We can knock 1 of them and then defend. I think that seems like a good idea. Let's just do the 4. And defend, and we'll add a hidden cache here to start with some more of these stars. Stars? They are stars. Okay. No more energy, go to the next turn. Get slimed. Okay, we've got 2 strikes, 3 defends. He's coming at me for 11, so we're just gonna defend up. Bide my time. We can venerate, we can strike, so we'll strike this guy twice, venerate, and we're good. We're up to 7 stars. It's a great review. He's coming at me for 11. Same thing, we're just gonna defend, not take any damage. Oh, they're just barely hanging on. Look at those legs wobble. Love so many of these little details here. Wow. Bing, 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 bong. That's pretty fun. Okay, what do we get? We get... Okay, deal 6 damage with a raising thing for every card you have for a Star Pulse. Astral Pulse seems really good, 14 to all. And Kingly Punch, 8 damage, and you can draw this card and increase its damage by 3 this combat. I think it's Kingly Punch. And then we just try to draw it as many times as humanly possible. This or that. Lose 6 HP, gain 47 gold, add clumsy, obtain a random relic. 47's not that much, so let's get a candelabra to get a little extra energy going. That's on the second turn. Fuzzy little guy. Got falling stars coming at me for 4. I've got no block, so we'll just play what we can. And then that goes away. We can Kingly Punch, we can Venerate. I'll throw Defend or 2 or 3 up just for funsies, but that didn't really do anything. He's got 7 strength now. But I can hit him for 12, which is not lethal. So we'll just go ahead and block this incoming damage. 7, and then probably like 9. That's not quite lethal there. So we should Falling Star. Right? 9, yeah. So Defend, Hidden Cache, Venerate. We'll end up taking 3. And then 14 damage. And he knocked. We are looking at 6 times 3 damage. That's fun. Draw 6 cards. Oh, deal 8 damage, gain 2, put it on the top of your draw pile. That's a good cycle. Yeah. Draw 6 is still fun, but I'm going to take that. And then we can probably get rid of some strikes or something. Our event is a little shrinker beetle. Can Falling Star, strike, defend. That gets that out of the way. Shrinker beetle down to 13. Let's see what we can do here. Kingly Punch does 7 and strike does 4, so that's 11. Okay, so let's defend up. Oh, we're just gonna play everything. We don't take any damage, that's good. And then we can Shining Strike and get big again. And then we are on Gathering Light, seems good. Gain 9 and then Exhaust. And 11 block and 4 the next turn. Let's do a Royal Gamble. Right? Oh, it costs 5, but you gain 9. Okay, interesting. I think that'll just end up being useful. And then we'll get this guy. So we can have 3 coming at us. We should probably just block that. I don't have enough for lethal. Obviously, it's the first turn, so we'll do that. Limit that and just... Oh, or we do have enough for lethal, but it didn't matter. We are constricted. We got our clumsy. Let's do Shining Strike, defend, strike. And then that should be 3, and then 7 blocked. Nice and easy. We can gain a lot of stars. He's not doing anything. So the Shining Star. Let's strike. Let's Hidden instead of Venerate. I now have 6 Constrict, so that's going to be its own special thing. We can strike, defend, decide to take damage there. Didn't do the math, I just thought I had lethal. Strike. Good night. Explosive potion, good, good, good. Deal 3 for each gained this turn. That's a really good sync up. Or Cloak of Stars for 7 block free. I think Radiate, because you can, if I get the right draw, that would be a bunch of damage. And then we're going to do the elite with the Parasite Frog here. He's coming at me for 3 parasites. Hits 3 times. So do that, strike 5 times, throw a defend up for fun. Get him down to 15 points the first turn. We got Shining Strike, and we've got some defense, and he's coming at me for 16. I've got 5 energy, so we're just doing everything here. And we're going to take 1 damage. I guess I could have thrown the explosive potion at him, but we can just pop him there. And then get everybody else up there. We can gain 9, we can gain 2. We have Clumsy for Ethereal. Remembering I have the explosive potion, because that's very useful on these guys. Kingly Punch does 11. Shining Strike does 8. Just gonna go ahead and throw this. Then we can do Kingly on you, and Shining Strike on you. And then I can get 2 more, I can get 9 more. I've got 15 and not really a way to use them, so we're just gonna do more damage there. Get some more infections. What's a trip up the spire without a bunch of infections? I can do 8, I can do 6. It's just not quite enough to get me there. So we're gonna do 8 there, we'll do 6 here. Set up even more stars, and take just a little too much damage. That's like 14. Got him. Get a lantern, that's also good. Transform any number of cards in your hand into a minion sacrifice. Oh. Call the Guards is a funny card. Child of Stars. Whenever you spend this, gain this. It's a power? Yeah. 2 block for each star spent seems good. And whenever you play a card this turn, gain a 1 strength this turn. Also good. I think we're going with the power, because I did end up taking a bunch of damage that turn that I didn't need to, just due to lack of block. If I can get a store, I could remove the curse. I want to go for the second elite, so we're going to ignore the campfire, and hopefully that plays out nicely. I get a courier. Reduced price by 20%, no longer runs out of cards. That's good. I might head up to this merchant then. It's going to skip me out on a campfire as well, but yeah. Let's give her a shot. Okay, it's the statue. So we can prepare here a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna not hit them this turn, right? Because that wakes them up. Let's just hit them. Still sleeping, still sleeping. Gonna try and end my journey. Okay, I've got Shining Strike. He's buffing himself, he's not hitting me. Okay, and then he's gonna come at me for like 25 each turn. which is bad, which is bad. I'm gonna build stuff up here and take 20 this turn. That's maybe more rough than I would like. And I don't have anything here. So we're just gonna take 25, and by that I mean 20, and go down to 5. And then if I defend it up twice, it gives me 10, so that's 15. That doesn't help out. So we're just gonna try our best, but not succeed. Okay. Sort of getting it there. So that's the bygone effigy that knocked me down that time. I think if I keep trying to take a bunch of elites, that's gonna happen. Ooh, and the Necrobinder. A young explorer would unlatch the forbidden grimoire. Magics from another time and place explode outwards as weightless dark smoke overwhelms the curious one. She gains understandings of life and death, but at a cost. Her skin, hair, and organs rapidly rot away, and her soul is forcibly bound to the locket in her pocket. The grimoire whispers, "If I die, you die." She seeks revenge. Well, that's fun. Alright, let's try the Regent again. I feel like that was just a bad draw and not fully understanding what the character did. Transforms 1 strike and 1 defend, and you lose 10 HP. Raise max HP at the rest site. Or choose a colorless card. Let's transform. So bombardment gives you plays from your exhaust, deal 18 damage. Plays from your exhaust. So I think you do it once and then, okay, we'll see how that ends up working. And then Glimmer, you draw 3 cards and put 1 on your draw pile. So just good. Good. It's nice utility sort of thing there. Which path do we take? I think this has a lot of events on it, and I do like me some events. So we'll wait for an elite later on. We'll take this one up here to the shop, and then we'll see where we end up going. Start off with bombardment just to figure out how that works. So that exhausts, we end. He makes me small. This plays again from the exhaust pile. Okay, and then is exhausted. Okay, so if I play it, it just plays that every round. That's a little overpowered. That's funny. Minion strikes. Deal 7 damage, draw a card. Oh, draw a card is good. And they transform permanently. So you can just like do 2 from your draw pile. 10 damage, draw a card. Put a card from your hand on the draw pile. I think we're just going to do Astral Pulse. Just because it ends up giving some AoE damage early on. Hollow of Dead Trees. It's such a creepy tree. You can get 2 potions, or I can transform a card. We transform a card, obviously. I'm liking an attack because we have Astral Pulse. And then we get the Photon Gun. Yeah, we make hug. Good tree, make hug. Okay, we've got an aggressive little furry guy here. Draw 3, Falling Star. We have a defend. This doesn't exhaust, does it? No, so Falling Star. Oh, I need 3 of the stars. Okay. Throw a defend up. And to strike, we don't super need card draw, but we'll take it. And this goes on my draw pile, so I can just take X, or I can take Astral Pulse next turn instead of discarding. He's not hitting me, so I'm just gonna bombard. Continue to do that. Venerate, Falling Star. And we're good. Potion of Binding, that's fun. Solar Strike, Forge 5. What? The first time you forge in a combat, add a Sovereign Blade into your hand. Add as additional damage to Sovereign Blade. And it's a retain. Oh, okay. We're gonna try that out. That's fun. Pair of Guardian Kin, and you make your way to a pocket or a protected vault. A pocketed vault? Should learn how to read. Tablet with familiar inscriptions, healing energy, or a random card to upgrade. Yeah, it's fine. Maybe that's... We'll do it one more time. Yeah, that seems good. We've got a shop. I don't have anything I want to remove. I can't afford anything. That's funny. Little eggplant emoji. I could remove card and hidden cache. Huh. Orbit seems good too. For every 4 you spend, you gain 1. Gonna not do that though. Let's get a hidden cache and we'll remove just a strike, I think. Just to pare this deck down. Well, there's not a lot of cards, but we're gonna get a bunch more. Yeah, I could Venerate and then Astral Pulse. I should defend plus to not get hit. Yeah, let's just start with that. And then Rot and War. We do that. Get a Sovereign Blade. Venerate. Astral Pulse. You're vulnerable. Oh, that's a weak and a... Okay. I'm gonna end up taking a little tap here. Not my favorite. We gotta hit him for 18. Just gonna do a setup here. I guess I didn't need to double block there because I was gonna weak them. Deal 15 damage. And then strike. Easy enough. Okay, 7 block again. That. Oh, 7 damage, 5 forge. Whenever you draw this card, increase. Yep, Kingly Punch, 100%. Keep a nice trim deck there and just keep punching. Ooh, Jungle Maze. Ragtag group of adventurers. Deadly traps and guardians. Ooh, let's join forces. I quit the Squid Wizard. Truly a great memory. Could do rest sites for upgrades. Or I can do events. I think rest sites for upgrades is the better way to go here because we can get a Kingly Punch upgrade. Probably. Bombardment does more damage. Falling Star is good. What's the other one that I have? Oh, I guess I have a bunch of things. Photon Cut. more damage, extra card draw. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. And then we'll grab this relic here. That's a potion belt, that's good. Get a couple extra potion slots. And then we'll hit another upgrade. Let's do Rotten War. Immediate Astral Pulse takes out 2 of them that are attacking. Okay, that's good. And then we can Hidden Cache here. And then we've still got some extra energy, so we could start the sword up, or we could draw some cards. Do you have anything that's like a 0 cost? I have Falling Star, that would be 7. That just isn't enough for lethal. So we'll start up the sword on the Twiggy guy. And then, I guess we're not getting hit, so we'll just lethal the Twiggy guy. And then we'll cycle the Bombardment. It was a good top deck. Get slimed a couple times. Sovereign Blade does 17, so we can just take the slime out, and we're good to go there. Start of your turn, add a colorless card to your hand. That's super good. Forge 10 and 13 block. I think we're just going to do that. Let's get up to this elite here. So let's do Falling Star. This is 18, so if we did this, then that... Oh, I don't have enough. Well, I could have enough. Like that, and then lethal for the front one. Defend up for 5. Punch there. Take 3. $11 coming at me. I could do 13 and 9, which is lethal. Oh, but not if I, There we go. Gain an energy, draw 2 cards. That's a good potion. I like that. Call the guards. Whenever you spend, you get block, and gain 7 block out of random colorless card to your hand. Let's do that one. And come against the giant bird, Birdonis. He's coming at me for 16, and I get 0 block. Gotta like 0 block. So we're just gonna give weak and vulnerable. We'll do a photon there, get the bulwark. We'll gain 13 block. Get the Sovereign Blade out. And I can't do an Astral Pulse yet because I don't have enough stars, but it's okay. Managed to block first turn. Coming at me for 12. We're gonna get a Jack of all trades, and then we're going to get a salvo. And then that has retain. Okay, I've got 7. He's coming at me for 12. So I can do that and block, and then we might as well salvo, just for funsies. And that'll cycle through. Oh, retain your hand. That's a very good card. I'm doing 3s, coming at me for 18. Could end up for 20. That doesn't really help out. Kingly Punch would be good to cycle. This bumps me up to 27, but I gotta block 18, so we'll do that first. And that's just all I can do, which is fine. Sometimes you gotta defend a turn. So we've got don't have enough stars. Don't have enough stars, which means I probably don't have enough stars for Astral Pulse either. Okay, coming at me for 18. We'll manifest authority. And then I don't need to do that. Do I? I think I do. I think I need to equilibrium. And then I can't do either of my star cards, so we'll just block again. Coming at me for 20. Gonna be defensive, right? So let's hit a bulwark. We'll block that and forge up, so that does 30 now. And then we can gain 7 block, which would be 20. And then we get another colorless card. Energy coming in. I can hit him for 14 and 30, which isn't lethal. But I could... Only 3 energy. Going to do that. So that it comes down to 18. We'll hit... Equilibrium. And then block most of that. Then do a king punch, because he's just going to keep getting stronger if I don't do anything. Take a little damage here, but he is getting like an extra strength every turn, so I gotta close this off at some point. Deal 7 damage, get 7 block. How's my Sovereign Blade doing? 30. So if I did this, then Sovereign Blade becomes lethal. And Birdonis is down, and I get a Pendulum. So whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. That's good. Next turn, draw 2 cards. I'm okay there. So gain 6 block, put a card from your discard pile on the top of your draw pile. That's good for some card management. He's not doing anything, so I'm going to just hit Bombardment first off, and that should take me through most of what I need to do here. I don't know if I've seen this guy before. Who is he? Fogmog. He's going to come at me for 8. King Punch, so probably Bulwark. You get a Sovereign Blade, and then good Strike or I could King Punch. King Punch. The Eye with Teeth. Just gonna keep doing that. Wrought in War. And then that's 27, so not quite lethal. 6 block, 7 block. Entropy. Might be a little much for what we're doing here. I would like to cycle King Punch. And I can't play this. Oh, I can play this. I probably had lethal there then. Bombard. Okay, it does hit random enemies and not just the first one. Gain 1, draw 2. Gain 7 block and get a star. Deal 7 damage to all enemies, make them lose 1 strength. Okay, we'll do that. Resting's not going to help too much. Cosmic Indifference gives me more block. Oh, I wanted to do the Bombardment, I think, but Bulwark also seems good. That's been helping me out. This is... Which is the one that put a card from your discard pile? That's the one. Just because that lets me do more king punches. Okay, we got a little Kins and the Kin Priest. We've got 13 coming at me, so I do need to block there, and then we can crush them. And then I've got 11 coming in, 13 block. All good. Okay, that's a fair amount of damage coming in. So I'm gonna have to... Oh, and I have vulnerable. Okay. So we're gonna... Where's the most damage? We'll come at you. We're gonna put... Oh. Rot in War on top of my draw pile. We'll hit... I haven't gotten King Punch yet. No, just Bombardment. One weak, one vulnerable. Sovereign Blade would do 20 up to 30, so that's pretty close, but it's not quite. So I could block 11 coming in. Probably Cosmic Indifference. I'll get another Bulwark. Defend. And take a little damage. Okay, we've got the Astral Pulse, but not enough energy for it. I've got 9 and 8 coming at me, so we'll hit a Bulwark to block. And we will be Rot in War, I think. We might as well do this one just to do something. Block. I think we're okay. Bundle of Joy then. So I can do a Flash of Steel and a Finesse. And still not really get anything here. We can... It's not enough to do the Sovereign Blade. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, it's fine. You can vulnerable, probably just to defend. Then, just to not take damage here. Sovereign Blade does something lethal that's not doing damage to me. Do Venerate. We'll do Crush Under. Gotta get 6 block, which is fine. We can do that. Manifest Authority. I'm gonna hold on to that. We'll tap you at the front so that I can do something lethal next turn, and then we're good there. Okay, we did get Bombardment up, but I've got a lot of damage on the way in. But I could Astral Pulse. That would knock out 9 of that. Could I double Astral Pulse? That's a good question. So Astral Pulse hits 18, Cosmic Indifference, But I would have to... Oh, I can't get enough stars. Okay. So Astral Pulse is easily the first thing we do. And then I've got 18 coming in. I can block 13 pretty easily. I could set up Bombardment and be better off. I could... And then 9 block. Yeah, let's Sovereign Blade this guy. And then we'll get 9 block here. And we can grab Astral Pulse back up. Take 1 damage, and then hopefully be able to come at this guy next turn. That maintains its damage. That's interesting. So let's Flash of Steel. Let's Manifest Authority. Skill from your draw pile into your hand. Skill. Lose 9 strength. Draw 3 cards. Or defend. I think we're okay for that. Let's add to the Forge. And then we will... do a power there. I'm actually just going to pull that for Dark Shackles because that's going to go away and then just not take any damage. Draw 2 cards. Have another draw card here. Put 1 card from your hand on the top of your draw pile. So I could Glimmer. That draws me 3 cards. I could put Kingly Punch back on the top of my draw pile. I can Photon Cut, get Kingly Punch back out, and then I can choose a card. It's coming at me. So it's probably... Let's do Manifest Authority. And then top of my draw pile, let's pop a strike there. Okay, and then I don't have anything that puts things back on the top of my draw pile, so it's probably just best to punch them or I have to get 15 block. That didn't really do anything. Finesse. That didn't really do anything. Okay, well I have 11 block. That's pretty close to 15 block. I think we can just tank a little hit here with his laser vision. He's not doing anything. I feel like Bombardment's the way to go here. Just because he's going to buff himself. And then I just can get a constant 18 damage a turn or so. Which seems good. Seems very, very good. 12 coming at me. Can do 44 with the Sovereign Blade, plus 9, plus 7. So 44 and 16 isn't lethal. Let's do a quick... Oh, and then I can grab Kingly Punch. Okay. Venerate, Shockwave, 3 weak and vulnerable. But no way. Oh, I guess I have Cosmic Indifference, so that directly gives me some block. And then I can do Shockwave. And then it's only 9 coming at me, and we're good to there. Bombardment hits him again. 44. So Flash of Steel to draw. Bulwark gives me 9 block and Forge 10, which I think sets me up for lethal-ish next turn. Some strength. colorless, draw cards. Still have 3, so what's 4 or 1357? It's not quite, so we're gonna do that. Crush under. And then not take any damage. Hit him. Sovereign Blade. Unlock an Epoch. Okay, speed potion for dexterity, that's good. 2 cards from your draw pile into your hand. Okay. Make it so deal 6 every 3 skills you play in a turn, put this into your hand. Okay, that's also fun. 9 block. Oh. Yeah, we'll do the I am invincible because that lets you cycle block. And then we get to Act 2. Ooh. A puppet has arrived. Can you check on father? I'm too tired. Pale the melting dragon. Lives by the sea. Look at that. Lovely. Remove 5 cards from your deck after each combat. Randomly add 1 back upgraded. Doubles block, gain from a card, and then goes to sleep for 2 turns. Okay, not sure what that does. If you end your turn with unspent energy, add additional energy next turn. Useful. I feel like the tooth is good there, but what would I have to... Yeah, I think we can probably find 5 cards to... Yeah, that seems fun. So we can do I'm Invincible, Crush Under, Manifest Authority, Bombardment, Venerate, and then they'll slowly add themselves back in. So that makes it good to take easy combats, like here. But that sort of locks you into just easy combats. So I might still come up for events here. Like try to get to the store because I have a fair amount of gold. Yeah, let's do that. See if I manage to live through this. And what, we've got 18 coming at me. Draw 3. We can draw 2, put on... Yeah, we'll do that. And then we can do that. And then I need to do 2 defense, I think. And still end up taking damage. Yep, that seems like the right call. Okay, and then we can Astral Pulse them, King Punch them, Bulwark, get a Sovereign Blade set up, and still take 2 damage. Maybe you should be a bit more careful on these ones. So I can Sovereign Blade for 20, so that takes care of him, and then almost anything else will take care of this guy. We'll just do a nice Kingly Punch. And then get back a card that is upgraded. Celestial Might, Wrought in War, or Glitter Stream. Celestial Might. We gotta probably be careful about taking a lot of cards. Okay, the Tunneler is here. do weak and vulnerable. We'll do crush under. Is that coming at me for 8? I'm gonna glimmer so that I might be able to find some block, which I did not. So we're gonna do a hidden cache, and we'll drink a skill potion to get Cloak of Stars, I guess. Yeah, and then we'll just do that, and only take 1 damage here. Okay, he's blocking and buffing. Don't have King Punch there yet. We'll Astral Pulse. We'll Photon. We'll get Bulwark for next turn. And we can grab Cloak of Stars back. Alright, burrowing. And he's coming at me for 23. So I'm going to Bulwark. Get my Sovereign Blade out. I'm going to do Cloak of Stars to get 20, so I'm still needing to block 3, which I'm not going to be able to do, but I can make him lose some strength and only end up taking 1. I need to put a card from discard, which I've done already, King Punch, so we'll do that. Put Kingly Punch back at the top here. I can hit 20, which doesn't do anything. He's coming at me for 23. I'll forge 7. And then I should probably drink this so that I can defend and take 4 damage. Just chugging those potions. Sovereign Blade does 27, so that breaks through his shield, and then 14 is non-lethal. Then we'll put Hidden Cache back on top. We'll use a Cloak of Stars, we'll defend, and if I defend again it puts me up to 20. Yeah, or I can do 13 damage. I think we defend again. And then I don't have enough for anything else. Okay, I have to... Or I can Bulwark here. We're at 27, so we could break through the shields. Cosmic Indifference and Bulwark here just to do that up, and then we should cycle the block card, take 1 damage. Sovereign Blade does 37, and Kingly Punch does 17. So we could do that. Pops him back up. Sovereign Blade KO'd. We get that gold, and then feel like I should be... Yeah, I'm now better for block. None of these are great cards. Although I do like the Cosmic Indifference for cycling the King Punch, so we're going to do that. And then we'll see if we can't pare down my deck a little bit. Massive Boulder sits in the middle of an abandoned courtyard. Stone of all time. Okay. Lose the vulnerable potion, get max HP. Vigorous 8. First time it's played, deal an additional 8. First time it's played, like Falling Star might be good. deal 8 damage 3 times with an additional 8. Yeah, let's do that. And that one, so it does 16 damage 3 times. You push and push with everything you got, but nothing happens. That's life, my friend. And we got Wongos. Welcome to Wongos. Mummified Hand is good. That's a power to get a random card. 1 random common relic. This is for gold. Okay. 3 random relics at... So probably Mummified Hand or a common relic. Let's do the featured item. I like Mummified Hand. I don't know if I have many powers. Probably should have thought of that before I did this, but I think I get a power back. Okay, we're here. Do I restore Smith? I've got a fair amount of upgraded cards. Oh, what does that do? That just gives me more stars. Kingly Punch. Not going to think about it, we're just going to do it. Event here for this or that. Clumsy for a random relic or gain 50 gold. I'm light on HP, so we're going to take a Centennial Puzzle. First time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. This is turning into a good Ironclad deck. But we've got 22 coming in. We can do a Falling Star on you. And then we can Cosmic Indifference and defend. And pop you for a little bit more and still take 7 damage. But I get to draw 3 cards. Okay, he's off balance. So Astral Pulse would be really good here. Bulwark would be decent because I need to block. 1 big old Celestial Might would do 36. Okay, and I could do I Am Invincible, or I Am Invincible for 12. Do you have anything that puts... So I could do Cosmic Indifference to... after that one and gain a bunch of block, and then put it there to get even more block. Don't think that's that useful. We hit this guy for 36. And then we can hit I Am Invincible. And that's fine. Don't take any damage there. Okay, so you're coming at me for 15, but I can do 26. Yeah, that seems right. Punch, punch, punch. Okay, and then top of my draw pile. Do that one for my next turn. Coming at me for 8. So I'm just going to do that, and we're going to block for 10. And set up for next turn. Okay, and then we can Falling Star, Kingly Punch. And that is all good, and then I get another card back. Comet. Comet? 33 damage, 3 weak, 3 vulnerable. Oh, alignment, I can trade those back for energy. Or I can just spend it all on a particle wall. I think it's the I think it's a particle wall because I've been having trouble with block. And then I get a regal pillow. And I think that's an indication that I should rest here because I have been taking hits. Is the store more useful or is another fight more useful? Store. I think I need to remove cards. My deck's getting a little chunky, a little thick. Falling Star, Venerate. Yeah, Falling Star, Venerate, Rotten War. Ophicopter, that is fairly gross. Hatches in a turn, so I have to be able to do damage here to them if I don't want them to hatch. But I think we're gonna just be fine with them hatching. I can do 8 block. I can draw cards, so we'll do that. And then discard. Let's do that. And then we'll do I am invincible. And then we will just get as much block as humanly possible. Their little flies have hatched. Gross. Okay, we got Particle Wall, so I can get a bunch of block. We got Celestial Might, which is 16 3 times. So that's 42, so not enough for lethal, but it's strong. We're gonna Bulwark. We're gonna Glimmer. Yeah, and then we can put this back on the top here. And then I've got enough for Astral Pulse, which doesn't actually knock them. But I've got 19 coming in and 13 blocked. I'm gonna just do that. Well, I guess I could have used the gain 12 block, but I need 2, so I can't do that. That's fine. I will take a couple damage here. Okay, just a couple cards, I gotcha. So I can do 27 there, I can do something close there for 2, close to lethal for the big guy. I think that's probably what's worthwhile here. Can't do anything like weak and vulnerable, so we're just gonna King Punch, and we're gonna Celestial, and realize that I should have done vulnerable before that, and take 18 damage. Yep. That was not good math. Oh, gave himself 3 strength. Rot in War and Crush Under. Crush Under, Rot in War. Get Bombardment back. Just gonna skip this one. I don't need another card for that. And then now let's try the Elite with 30 health. Oh, it's another buggy dude. Entomancer. He's gonna... Whenever the enemy is hit by an attack, add a dazed into your draw pile. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay. So we'll do a hidden cache. There, I can Particle Wall for 24, which seems useful. I've got another... I can do Cosmic Indifference. And then Venerate. And then Particle Wall for 21, and that's good. That blocks that. He's coming at me for 18. I've only got these ones for defend, but we'll hit I am invincible, and defend will still end up taking 1, but we'll hit in cash. So I'm going to do Cosmic Indifference, and I'm going to put Bombardment onto the top. We'll do this to get my sword out without actually hitting them. I want to avoid those dazes as much as I can. Never is hit by an attack. Okay. I guess I have to hit him at some point. Defend, so that's 13. He's coming at me for more than 13. So we'll do that. Get a daze. Block what I can. Hit him again. Thanks. We'll bulwark here. What do we got? 30. It's coming at me for 19. Get some more dazes. That seems like fun. Take the 6. Think this is probably gonna get me. He's not hit me this time, so I'm just gonna do a bombardment. And that turn, five by 7, 16 3 times, and then I need 1 more energy for the Sovereign Blade, which is 37. $42. So we defend, obviously. And maybe make it through, but I don't think so. I think that's all she wrote. You have been slain. I feel like Sovereign's going to be really good when I get more of his cards unlocked. The Regent arrives. A fantastic explosion. Finally I arrive. Yeah, like that. Like Furnace would have been really good. I could have made some better choices and not, like, taken the mummy hand. Okay. That looks pretty good. And then we've got Underdogs. Tales from the Spire. Once a source of clean water for all the Spire, now it just falls into despair, or disrepair. Probably both. Probably despair and disrepair. Aggressive sea creatures emerge from the depths, making its home into a maze-like passages. The slimy waters call to you. Sick. What? I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feed the algorithm to help my channel grow. And I'll see you all next time.